Today we're going to be talking about stupid things I did as a child. Or, well, not actually as a child, more or less. It's just stupid things I did in general. Like this first story. When I was younger, I had a pretty crappy bike. And bikes, well, I didn't have a lot of money because we didn't have we had enough money to take care of the people that were living here, but not much more than that. So we couldn't afford things to like fixing bikes. And so I had a pretty shitty bike. I mean, this thing had both flat tires, and uh, I was too big for it, which isn't really a bike problem. The chain liked to pop on it. It was all rusted out. It was going to snap at any second. And I'm a boy, and it was a girl's bike. I got it for free. Can't really complain about that. So, uh, even though I was told not to mess with it until we could get it fixed, when my parents weren't home, I would I didn't tell my brother what I was gonna do because he was been like, "No, you're stupid." But I asked him, "Can I go play outside?" He was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Just leave me alone." Well, it wasn't exactly like that, but for people that have older siblings, know that had to babysit them, know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, I rode, and next to my house we had a pretty steep hill, and this hill went down to a park. Well, I thought, me and my brothers thought, hey, let's ride the bike down this hill as fast as we can, because why not? And so we did that for a while. And then I got the bright idea to, hey, instead of going down the hill as fast as possible, let's see who can turn onto our street, because this hill was adjacent to our street, and we wanted to see if we could somehow, none of us got seriously injured. I mean, we got scrapes and bruises from this, but like nothing serious. We didn't get like any broken limbs, which is the perfect segue into our next story. Um, when I got my broken foot, and for this story, I need to clear something up. Don't do anything that I did in these stories. They are stupid. They will get you hurt or in trouble or both. This next story happened when I was about first grade, third grade, something in there. We weren't allowed to go outside because the weather had been bad for the last couple days. I don't remember if it was hot or what, but when I was so we had to play inside. But the thing is, we would play in the gym. The gym had carpet. We had a carpeted gym. So because people kept getting like rug burn and stuff, and parents were complaining, we weren't allowed to run because people kept running into each other, falling over, stuff like that, because children are dumb. Anyway, the teachers started having us do what were called preset games. Basically, those games where they essentially made them up on the spots so they could, because we couldn't play dodgeball or anything like that for some reason. I don't know why. So we played this game. It was, well, every student called it real life Pac-Man. I don't remember what the teachers called it, but essentially you had to walk on the lines, like the lines for the basketball court, and stay on those lines. There are four ghosts, like in the game Pac-Man. The ghost, if they touched you, you would have to sit out until the next round. The game itself is really fun, but the thing was, we weren't allowed to run, but we were allowed to speed walk as long as it didn't look like running. Anyway, so we were speed walking, everyone was speed walking. One of the ghosts tried catching me. I tried turning around, and someone else was going the opposite direction because another ghost was trying to catch them. He stepped on my foot. I did this like awkward rollover trying not to land on him, but that ended up breaking my foot. So that's how I got broken foot when I was in like first grade. Anyway, another thing is when uh, this actually happened around the same time. I don't remember how old I was, but I was old enough to know not to do this because I was old enough to know oil and water don't mix, which is why I did this. I was like, hey, since the weather is really bad and I can't go outside, I'll just build an indoor slip and slide. You may be thinking, well, how are you going to do that? And I was like, well, we have this long hallway made out of wood. If we dump water on it and then dump oil on it, because oil and water don't mix, and I use vegetable oil, I had to hobble. It was put up because I've done this before, but you would think after the first time of doing it, I wouldn't do it again. I did this a couple of times where I would, until eventually I just got a lock on the pantry and, well, lock the pantry. That simple. So I would dump oil and water on the floor, cover myself in oil, and you know how slip and slides work. You run, you lay down as you're running, and you slip and slide. Well, this goes on for like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm slipping and sliding. My younger siblings are slipping and sliding because my parents were having a date night or whatever. I don't really remember what was going on, but my brothers were babysitting me, and they weren't really babysitting me. And I don't know why, but when he started actually babysitting us, because I'm not saying that he didn't babysit us, but he is an older brother, and when they babysit, uh, they don't actually babysit a lot of the times, or they do whatever they can to mess with you and be mean. And so this next story is going to be an example of him being mean. So, and to keep us entertained, keep him from getting in trouble for not actually watching us, uh, he played Don't Find Zach. You ever play the game Sardines? Well, essentially where one person hides and everyone seeks. It's like the opposite of hide and seek, essentially. But we would play this in the dark, and he would jump scare us as we were walking around the house, trying not to get scared. And we thought, oh, and the amount of times he hid in the bathroom, because the goal of the game was to find him without getting jump scared. We would go to the bathroom, look behind the curtains, and try and see if we could look behind the curtains. And even though he would run around, even though he would look around the curtains, he would uh, still somehow be there and jump scare us even after we looked, because and this man is tall and he's not fat, but he's built, and so he's not exactly hard to see, but for some reason my dumbass did not see him. And as soon as I left the bathroom, he would jump scare me and my siblings, and we would lose the game. I don't think we ever actually won the game because all of us have to find him without getting jump scared. Once one person finds him, once one person finds him, and you just go sit on the couch until the next round. Another, and but we would always get stopped because another place you would hide, and it was a place that we didn't like to go in because it was sketchy already, which you're gonna think is funny in a minute. Upstairs, there was a storage closet. The storage closet, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it always bothered me, and I don't know why to this day. But he he hid in the storage closet, and he would just pop out of it, like when we were looking for him, and we would all lose because if one person got scared, we would all lose. It didn't matter. So another thing that happened with him was when we did play outside. We're supposed to be a two-hand touch football. He ended up just pushing us to the ground because we were little. And another stupid thing we thought was a good idea was to wrestle with him because we thought that 3 against 1, I think we can all take him. One time I accidentally nut tapped him, and uh, he uh, once he recovered, he was pissed, and he picked me up and slammed me on the bed. Yeah, brothers, they're annoying. Another stupid thing I did was this was more recent. When I was at college, we had a sub. Well, and the sub didn't really do anything. He just kind of sat in my teacher's office and let us do our own thing because we looked like we knew what we were doing for the most part. Anyway, so uh, we started messing with each other, as you do, and just got escalated. At first, we were just spraying each other with the water bottles, like the spray bottles that you get for like training dogs. Well, we used those because I was going to a community college for auto body. Well, the reason I say was is because it's summertime now, and I'm not. I'm thinking about not going back. Anyway, um, so we started spraying each other with water bottles. He sprayed it. Then we got to like spraying each other with grease and wax remover. He lit the grease and wax remover. He dumped it. No, this was lacquer thinner. Again, don't do any of this stuff. Uh, we just started messing with each other, and it got to the point to where whenever I would go weld, he would dump lacquer thinner on to whatever I was welding, and it would catch a blaze because That shit is really flammable. And I'm surprised we didn't get kicked out for that. Another thing is, uh, this was the same day. After that, we sprayed. We were like troops, and then he was washing his car, and he sprayed me with the hose, which I had shorts on, wasn't a big deal. So I just took my pants off and had my shorts on under for the rest of the day. So I get back at him and spray him down. This man stripped. I don't know why, but he strips down to his underwear and his hoodie because he had his hoodie off, and to find some spare pants in his truck. And yeah, nobody knew about it. And then the principal or the dean or whatever walks down and comes in, shakes his head, and walks away. So there's that. Again, don't do any of this stuff. I did it because I'm stupid. After that, we kind of backed off on messing with each other, although he pelted with me with snowballs and I pelted him with ice because he pelted me with snowballs because I compacted the ice down enough to uh, uh, make it into ice. Another thing that we did is hit each other with tape balls. Tape hurts when you compact it enough and throw it at someone. Yeah, there's a lot of stupid stuff that we did. Don't know how we didn't get kicked out for that. We almost did. He was like, "You guys can't be doing that," blah blah blah. And the next day, or whenever I was back, and because even though I didn't get in trouble, I had a doctor's appointment, and even I got called up to the office. I was like, "Oh yeah, that did happen." A lot of other stories happened. Like we made like rockets and launched them across with the air hoses, and we shot each other with those rockets because we put a rubber. Essentially, these rockets, we found Nerf bullets in the shop just laying around, and so we took those Nerf bullets and fitted them to the by using tape, fitted them to the air compressors hoses, like the air hoses and stuff, and shot them at each other. This wasn't at Highland or anything, but this was happens at a couple of Fourth of July's. Again, don't do any of this. Don't do it. If you do it, I'm not reliable. But we had like firecracker wars and bottle rocket wars, and we just launched bottle rockets and firecrackers at each other. Me and my older siblings did. So for now, I can't think of any more stories. I'll compile a list from my family members of stupid things that I did. But for now, I'm going to end the video. We're almost at 20 minutes. I didn't think I'd make it to 20 minutes. And so for now, bye. And subscribe, please. I need it. I need the views. I need help. I want to grow this channel.